Hey friends, Dr. Holly here. Happy 5-Minute Friday. This is video number 3 on the mini series I'm doing on revenue. So today I promised I would show you how to calculate your own revenue per visit average. Okay, so pretty simple here. We're going to look at a spreadsheet, and then if we have time, we are going to pop over and look at what are the factors that impact this number or things you need to think about when you're trying to impact this number. Okay, so revenue per visit average, very simple. You need to take your revenue. You need to divide it by the volume, okay? So revenue, across all streams of things that you feel are pertinent and relevant to include here. So typically that would be your chiropractic services, maybe some products you retail in your office, and any other cash service that is related to that part of the business, okay? The volume is the amount of patients that are coming in, or the amount of encounters that you have, and you're going to get a number here, okay? So quick math. Say you collected $25,000 this month. You saw 400 patients that time. Really easily, that gives us the total of $6,250. So that means on average, when a person comes in, you are being reimbursed or collected about $63 per visit, okay? How would you find this in a spreadsheet? I highly recommend you keep track. I'm not sure where my face went. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you my spreadsheet. I highly recommend that you start to keep track of things on a spreadsheet, okay? And this means that you just have some very simple columns. You can do it by week or you can do it by month, where you are looking at exactly what is coming over, okay? So you've got a total for your month of the dollar amount, you've got a total of your patient visits, and you just do that little subtraction or do that division, and you have your number. And then you can look and you can see trends. So you have January through December for this year on there. You're going to look down and see your trends. And you also want to average out over the whole year. What did that number look like? I had a spreadsheet to show you, but I don't think it's going to let me click over and show it to you. So my apologies on the tech stuff there. But once you get that number, say your number is $62.50 or pretty close to it. Maybe it's $60 because that's what I used in this example. Over here, we're going to look at those buckets. So when we implement Profit First, we see our numbers in buckets because we're going to break down that revenue across these other 4 accounts, and we're going to assign percentages to them. So for this example, I have used the first baseline percentage bracket that we get to, which is where you're going to put away 5% for profit, 50% for owner's pay, 15% for taxes, and at the end, 30% for your operating expenses, okay? So if your visit average is $60, you're thinking about, okay, $3 of that goes away for profit, $30 comes home to me, for me and my family, compensating me for providing excellent service and having this business. $9 gets into a savings account for the government. $18 is what you have to operate your business off of, okay? Now this doesn't mean $18 for 1 hour, okay? But that should start to get some wheels turning in your brain about how many patients you see per hour. What insurance companies are you in network with, and what do they reimburse you? Because if they're capped at $60 and your average is $60, who's going to make up the difference if you want to grow above that, okay? So here's some of those factors, and I just, off the top of my head came out with these. So let's see what we can get through in the next 2 minutes. So things that are going to impact that RVA. Obviously, you have 2 factors, simple division here. So things can be affecting either one of those. So when you think about your volume, think about scheduling. What is your capacity? Looking at your schedule, looking at how many patients you see per hour, and then how dense is that schedule, okay? What's the capacity of all of your providers in your office, and how dense is their schedule, okay? You can find these numbers if you look hard enough, or if you need some help, I can help you out with that. Also think about treatment planning. What affects how many times people come in? Are you communicating that well with your patients? Are you communicating that well with your staff? Okay. Are we tracking cancellations? Are we tracking reschedules? Are people getting off the plan that you want to get them in? Now, I will tell you flat out that I usually don't get into a philosophy debate, but I'm pretty much against telling somebody on day 1 they need to come see you for 84 visits over the course of the next year. Okay. Just throwing that out there. But what you want to think about is you don't want to let people fall through the cracks. You have to have systems in your business so that people do not fall through the cracks, okay? Because that's going to impact their care. It's going to impact the impact you have on your community and also your bottom line, clearly, okay? So knowing this number, again, gets you to look at the efficiency, the time you're spending with patients, what you have automated in your office. And then I put upselling here. I should have put an asterisk on it as well. not necessarily upselling like you feel like a used car salesman, but if you already have a captive audience, if they know, like, and trust you, they are willing to take your recommendations. Okay, so if you offer something to somebody when it is right for them, if they know, like, and trust you, they're more likely to. It's going to be easier for you to get that extra sale than acquiring a whole new patient. Okay, there's my timer. So other things, I know I've already mentioned some of these: reimbursements rates, your collection ratio, staying on top of reports, and accountability within your staff, that everybody's a part of this team, right? So it's not all just about the money, but everybody has to know their part in the team so that they know that their performance impacts the whole performance of the clinic as well. Okay, looking at your fee schedules. If you want to get network with an insurance company and their fee schedule is terrible and it's way below that average visit that you need to make your business work, do you really like paying patients to come in? Probably not. So is it worth it to you? Okay, or if you're already in that scenario, what's your exit strategy for making your business more profitable? Is it worth letting go? Okay. And then again, just a quick review. Last week we talked about those revenue streams, so hop over and see video number 2 in this series. Have a great weekend, everybody.